Welcome back to ALPB Roundup. I'm Ryan here with your daily roundup. Got a double daily roundup today because, well, doing work on the setup here. Got a new desk set up, got a new filming situation set up, got a new audio set up, but still working on things in the room like air conditioning so you get the occasional 100-degree day since it's hot as hell all over this country. So yesterday's video wasn't going to happen, but we'll include the details today and we'll get everyone up to date because we're 23% of the way through this ALPB season and things are getting interesting because we got teams on runs we didn't expect, teams falling apart we didn't expect, so we'll take a look here. We're going to start things off with Southern Maryland. They are the red hot team, just going to be upfront about it. They are playing Gastonia right now in Gastonia, and they are just cleaning it up. They stayed hot in game one of their series with Gastonia. They won 11-7. They opened with 9 runs in the first 3 innings. Mike Devine gets the win. He moves to 4-2. He goes 6 2/3. Last 5 earned runs, not his best work, but it was good enough. 9 hits allowed, 2 walks, 5 Ks. William Kerwin, he got hit hard for Gastonia. He allowed 9 earned in just 2 1/3. One of 2 rough outings to start the weekend for Gastonia. He allowed 10 hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts in the 19 batters he faced. He falls to 1-3. Alex Crosby gets the ALPB Roundup game ball. He went 3 for 5 with a double and his first Atlantic League home run. 4 RBIs on the day for him. Now batting .315 this season. Josh Sala, he hit his 10th home run for Gastonia. He's a couple home runs behind Caleb Gindel. Book Powell, who just recently hit his first home run of the season, has now hit his 2nd home run of the season. We're going to keep things moving quick here with everything to talk about. Don't want to keep you too long. Blue Crabs won game 2 with their 6th straight win, 13th win in their last 15. Knocked off the Honey Hunters 12-8 in this one. No video coverage of this game, but it's a shame because weird stuff happened. Sounds like we had dugouts clear at some point, benches clearing. Also had some sort of delay for an alarm going off. So, okay, Gastonia, we're getting full indie ball weird. Let's go. Southern Maryland getting feisty lately, man. Dugouts clearing. I think it's 2nd time in a couple weeks. Brandon Barker got the start for them and the win for them. Again, a win, not his best work, but it was enough to get it done. He went 5 innings, allowing 4 earned on 7 hits and 3 walks. Struck out 4 in the effort. 4.02 ERA for him. He's getting to where they want him, so not too bad. The ERA right around 4 for Barker is about what we expected, and that's a good result for them. I think they'll take that. I mean, who am I to speak for them, but I think they would take it. Alexis Candelario, he had another disappointing outing for Gastonia. He got chased before he could get an out in the 4th inning, gave up 5 runs in that inning. He allowed 7 earned on the day in 3+ innings, allowing 11 hits, 3 walks, didn't strike out anybody. So 0 strikeouts between the 2 starters for Gastonia so far this weekend. His ERA is up to 8.76. Josh McAdams, he's stayed hot for Southern Maryland. He wins the game ball for this one, 3 for 4 with a home run, a double, a walk, and 5 ribbies. Josh McAdams came down. I think it's his 3rd game ball in a week. Keep an eye out on that. Zach Collier also homered in this one. Mike Kosinski homered for Gastonia, and Jake Skoll hit 2 home runs. Skoll now has 9 on the season, by the way. Southern Maryland, as I said, they've won 6 in a row, improving to 17-13. They're a game and a half up in the North Division. Gastonia has now lost 3 straight, falling to 12-16, 7.5 behind the South Division leader Lexington. Tough break for Gastonia, man. They kind of get it going, kind of fall back. It's kind of like a series give and take for them, it feels like. Win a few, lose a few. So we'll see if they can get a little more consistency going forward. But even that, 12-16, I don't think is a bad record for them based on what we projected for them for the season. So I'm not out on Gastonia. We'll keep an eye on what they do. Keep an eye on how they respond to a little adversity. Maybe if, as the season goes on, it'll be interesting to see how the front office decides to handle a couple of the sort of intricacies of the Atlantic League, filling in roster spots, things like that. I digress. Speaking of hot teams, though, with those Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, the other hot team in the league, the Legends, just absolutely dismantled the West Virginia Power on Friday. No, what day is it? Oh, I'm way off. Oh, man, Tuesday. We're fine. It's going really well over here. J.J. Hoover, he gets his first Atlantic League win for Lexington. 6 2/3 innings pitched, just 1 run allowed, and that was in the 1st inning. 6 hits, 2 walks, 3 Ks. He throws 117 pitches. Ark Sakula, he gets knocked around for West Virginia, 5 innings, 6 earned runs, 8 hits, 2 Ks. He falls to 2-4 with a 4.62 ERA. Max Conger, he threw the only scoreless inning of the game for West Virginia. Courtney Hawkins, he hit his 9th and 10th home runs for Lexington. Baldequin, Peterson, and Klinsky, they all homer on the 5-homer night for the Legends. Hoover looked good tonight, but we're going to go ahead and give the ALPB Roundup game ball to Courtney Hawkins. 3 for 4, 4 RBI. Those 2 home runs, 1 walk. He's now got a 1.060 OPS. Courtney Hawkins absolutely getting it done for Lexington. All they could have asked for from him. West Virginia snapped their 5-game losing streak in game 2 of this series, winning 11-10. 2 teams combined for 10 runs in the first 3 innings of this one. Two teams combined for 10 runs in the last 2 innings of this one. 1 run in the middle. Let's be weird all the way around in 2021, apparently. Liam O'Sullivan, he just couldn't get it going today for Lexington. Allowed 5 earned on 10 hits in 5 2/3. Walked 1, struck out 5 in a no decision. Eli Villanueva, he goes 5 innings, allowing 6 runs, but none of them were earned. So there's your weird stat line of the day. Some defensive issues for West Virginia were sort of accountable for that mess. Diego Moreno, he hung on to grab his 5th save of the season after allowing a DJ Peterson home run in the 9th. Tillman Pugh, he also homered for Lexington in this one. Jimmy Paredes and Elmer Reyes, they hit home runs for West Virginia. Reimer Liriano, he goes 2 for 4 with 2 home runs and a walk, totals 5 RBIs, and that's good enough to grab a game ball for us. West Virginia remains in the basement of the South Division, 11-16. Despite the loss, Lexington is 19-8. Only team with fewer than 10 losses. 7-game lead in the South Division, more than a week of play there. The Rockers and Revolution both entered their series in High Point this week, needing to turn around bad stretches of results. They battled back and forth in Game 1 until an Andrew Dundon pinch hit RBI double gave York a 5-4 lead, and Ed and Preston Gainey's scoreless inning streak lasted 1,777 days. Preston Gainey, welcome back to pro baseball. Regardless of the result, we're happy to see you. Absolutely love what he's doing right now in High Point. Duke Von Schaman, great name, got the start for York. 6 innings, 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Good line for a York pitcher, much needed. Jim Fuller, he gets his 6th save of the year. Ricky Knapp, he took the ball for the Rockers on the flip side. He also went 6 innings, allowing 1 run. Struck out 7. Very strong outing from him. That's a great sign for High Point despite the loss. We're going to give Andrew Dundon the game ball for doing what seemingly couldn't be done by driving in a run off of Preston Gainey to give York the win. High Point's slide continued in Game 2 as York rode a 6-run 4th inning and held on late to beat the Rockers 8-7. Austin Nicely, he struggled a bit but got the win, moving to 3-2. Finished his day with 5 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, and 3 Ks. Jim Fuller took the opportunity to grab his 7th save of the season, though he did create some drama in this, allowing a run to score and putting 2 men on base before inducing a double play and a strikeout to seal the deal. Tommy Lawrence, he was back on the bump for High Point. Started strong, but he got chased from the game after that 6-run 4th inning. He took the loss. He's now 1-1. Steven Cardullo, homered for the Rockers. Can't get really hotter than him at this point for the Rockers. John Sansone, he had a 3-run home run that capped York's big 4th inning. That earned him the game ball. High Point struggling, man. 7 games behind Lexington in the South Division. Even with these wins, York is sitting in last in the North Division. So both these teams got some demons to exercise here. We'll see what they can do in the 3rd game of this set. We had another night with a ton of runs in Lancaster. We're going to need to discuss it at some point. 20 runs scored in the first 2 innings. Back and forth slog throughout. Ducks started this thing out leading 6-0. Barnstormers then made it 13-7 with them in the lead. Ducks then went up 15-13. Barnstormers tied it at 15. Ducks went up 19-15 and eventually held on to win it 19-18. 15 pitchers used in this game. 4 hours, 38 minutes, 439 pitches thrown, 111 plate appearances, 37 runs, 37 hits, 7 errors, 17 walks. I have thoughts. Hector Sanchez, he went 4 for 6 with 5 RBI. He earns the game ball in the win. Blake Alleman and Trayvon Robinson homered for Lancaster. Andrew Couture and Brendan Feldman were sacrificed on the pyre as the starting pitchers in this one round. I'm going to go into their lines. Game 2 only had 24 runs, so that feels normal. The Barnstormers, they would get the best of the Ducks in this one, 16-8. Don B. Sabatino had a nice outing for the Barnstormers and grabbed the win, improves to 3-3 on the year after going 6 innings, allows 3 earned on 7 hits, 3 walks, struck out 5 through 110 pitches. He brings his ERA down to 9.09. It was Vin Mazzaro's turn to live the nightmare for Long Island in this one. 3 2/3, 8 earned runs, 8 hits, 5 walks, no strikeouts. 1-1 record on the season for him, 6.95 ERA. Clint Freeman took a beating in relief in this one. Jesse Berardi, he homered twice in this for Long Island. Steve Lombardozzi had a hell of a game as well, 4 for 5 with a dinger. Galen, De La Rosa, and Alleman all homer for Lancaster. Plenty of game ball options in this one, but we're going to go with the guy that hasn't gotten a ton of attention so far, though he still has gotten a couple game balls. It's been a busy season, busy ball club with all this offense. We're going to give it to Kelly Dugan, 4 for 4 day. His average is up to 343 with a 937 OPS. Now his 3 OPP roundup game balls on the year. Clipper Mag, that continues to be a house of horrors for pitchers. We got some data on that. I'm letting a few of these games run out. They have a long stretch of home games, so maybe on one of the Monday off days, we're going to do just a deep dive into what's going on in Lancaster. Is there an issue with Clipper Mag that's causing all these runs to be scored? Is it a quirk, not an issue? Is it nothing and just a small sample size? So we'll investigate eventually. Not today. We got a lot of stuff to go over. But yeah, I mean, and I'm just gonna let that go. Long Island, they're a game and a half behind Southern Maryland in the North Division. They're 15-15. Lancaster is a game behind them in the win column at 14-15. As we wrap up June, let's give a player of the month to Carlos Castro of York. 26 games, 110 plate appearances. Here's the slash line: 449, 491, 776. 8 home runs and 29 ribbies. Carlos Castro having himself a month. Pitcher of the month goes to a guy who was just signed yesterday by the San Diego Padres, Luke Westfall out of High Point. 3-1 record, 6 starts, 32 1/3 innings, 1.39 ERA, 1.144 whip, 11.1 Ks per 9, Luke Westfall. That's all I'm going to go into for today. Got a lot of other stuff we can discuss. Maybe we'll pepper some into the series roundup tomorrow morning, but with all these games to go over, I don't want to make this video go on forever. I don't want to talk anyone's ear off. I've already kind of stopped listening to myself, so I'm going to let things go. But enjoy baseball tonight. We'll talk about it more tomorrow morning, and until then, I'm Ryan from ALPB Roundup. Have a nice day.